Hello everyone. Now we will see how to delete any particular element from the list of array or the list of values. So now let's start. So you can see here we have number of fake datas in our db.json file, and you also know that this is fake API. So if you don't know how to make this fake API, then check out my previous videos and let's look at the data. So we have 4 entries, and you can see here in every entry there is unique ID. You can see ID is 1 2 3 4. So for every data we need any unique value to identify a particular data. So in this data we have ID as a unique identifier. So let's go to app.js, and we have this data. You can see here in output we have this delete button. So let's suppose we have to delete this second number entry. So how can we identify that we have to delete only the second number data? In that case we need ID of the data. So for that we will use onClick is equals to callback function, and we will make a delete function. Let's just call it here and pass user.id so we can uniquely identify. And now let's initialize function. So const handle delete, it have parameter called id. Now let's console.log this id. Now let's check output. So let's check out inspect. Now I'm clicking on first data, so you can see here first id is here. I'm clicking on third data, so you can see third data, fourth, second. So that's how we can get the id of particular row or particular data. So now let's try to delete any data from this list. So in this data you can see we have 4 data. Now let's suppose we need only first data. So just type here 1 and enter. So you can see here we have data which have id 1. Now let's try with second data. You can see here this is second data, it's second id. Now let's use third. See, you can see here. So that's how we can get particular data from the id. So now let's just copy this URL and we will use backtick. So here you can see backtick. Now let's just copy paste, and here you will dynamically provide id. So dollar and just paste here id. Now after providing here id, let's make it then will provide us response. So let's just console this response. Also let's catch error, so let's print error also. Now let's just save and check our output. So just refreshing my page. Now let's try to delete this second data. So in response you can see status text okay, status is 2000, means we have successfully deleted this data from the API. So now let's check out this API, and you can see here second data is gone. We have first, third and fourth. So that's how we can delete data from the API or from the list using axios.delete method. So that's it for this video. We'll meet in another video. Bye bye.